You know, like the Republicans think the Justice Department is full of liberals desperate to jail Trump. And then the Democrats think that the Justice Department have like bent to the will of Republicans. So both accuse each other of weaponizing the same Justice Department. You know, like in any sane and rational world with sane and rational news, you'd have journalists on the TV saying, well, you know, it's probably equals then, right? It's probably even Stevens. Or that at least it shows that it's not biased. Or something of that flavour, right? In any sane world, people would be like, well, look, they've gone after Trump because there's evidence of foul play there, right? But they've also gone after Hunter Biden, and it looks like he might have messed up too. And this is a Justice Department, and that's sort of their job, pursuing lawbreakers. So the fact they're pursuing two political figures from opposite ends of the spectrum at the same time, seemingly without fear or favour, kind of suggests that they're not politicised so much as just doing their job. You know, that's what you would expect in a sane and rational world with sane and rational journalists. But no, the childish state of modern news, the tribalism, means nobody talks like that. Nobody looks at things sanely or rationally now. Instead, they just go, oh, you're going after our guy? Well, what about your guy? You know, like, and then when the people do go after the other team's guy, then they're like, well, yeah, because he's crooked, because he's rotten. That's why, you know. Well, what about Trump, though? No, that's persecution. All right, okay. You know, it's childlike. In fact, it's even worse than that. It's worse than childlike. I tell you what it's like. It's like if you take Trump's sociopathic psychology, just for a second, just think about who he is. Just think about what he is. Just consider that whole, you know, the interview that he gave before the last load of like Republican, or like the equivalent of local elections in the US. The interview he gave, and he said, like, if I win, it's because I'm amazing. But if I lose, it's because they persecuted me, or they're shit, or it's crooked Hillary, or it's riggers, you know? That is like sociopath-like behaviour, is it not? So cool, right, so we're establishing that he's probably a sociopath. Now, think about how his supporters kind of take that and then just retail it out. You know, and it's become a sort of proxy sociopathy, hasn't it? You know, like Trump appears to be sociopathic, in my opinion. So for him, it's like, yeah, it's never my fault, but it's always my genius. When something goes bad, it's everybody else. But when something goes right, it's my genius, you know? But for the brainwashed, radicalized MAGA crowd to be like, yeah, it's never his fault. It's always his. That is like proxy sociopathy. He says it, they breathe it in, and it becomes their own weird sociopathic like mind state on his behalf and still for his benefit, but just in their heads. You know? Like, I didn't think being a sociopath was contagious, but I tell you what, you flag-waving crayon eaters are making me revisit that hypothesis. You really are.